this International Day of the African Child 2022, our theme is eliminating the harmful practices affecting children. This theme advocates for zero tolerance of the human rights abuses against children, and among others are child labor, forced marriage, and denial of education. To commemorate this day, the brass band of M-LISADA Passion Primary School marched through its surrounding communities from Kalule town to the school premises with the purpose to advocate and promote these rights. Peers from M-LISADA Passion Primary School share their experiences about human rights abuse and how programs provided by the organization have nurtured and protected them from being victims of human rights violation.
The International Day of African Child is a very special day for us as girl children. In my home in Nsambya, a school-going girl that I knew was chased away from home by her mother when she came home late. The girl joined bad peer groups in the slums where she got pregnant. Such cases are common in our community and they normally lead to unwanted child marriages. At M-LISADA organization, we study music, life skills, receive psychosocial support, and we are taught about child protection. These help us to be creative while knowing our rights as children. In the long run, it keeps us away from being victims of child marriages.
When I was 9 years old, my parents divorced. They each went their separate ways and I stayed with my big brother. My brother took me to school for a year and he couldn't afford to educate me anymore. I sat at home idle and I felt useless. I decided to go to the streets of Kampala at 11 years. In 2020, during the lockdown, I was lucky to get admitted to M-LISADA organization and I was taken back to school. This was a big turning point in my life as I get a new chance for education. Because it is every child's right to get education, I am excited to be enjoying this right, and now I'm the president of the school.
I was living with my father, but my father had 2 cows which he loved so much, and he always told us if anything happened to his cow, he will kill us. On that faithful day, it was me who was rearing the cow, so one of the cow got in the dark unused pit. I tried to seek for help, but it was too late. I decided to walk towards Kampala, just why I ended up on the street. When I went to the street, I found many children who are taking drugs. I was lucky not to become a victim of drug abuse. But many children like me are not lucky enough to be sober. Being at M-LISADA has helped me to know my rights and to forget my harsh past. This Day of African Child reminds me and other children that it is our rights not to be forced to child labor.
We thank the visionaries who came up with an idea of celebrating an African child because it is applicable in our community setting. In our community, we have the disadvantaged children, we have the orphans, children who come from slums, and also the street children. This day helps us to advocate for their rights, for example, a right to play, a right to education, a right to medical care, and also a right to food. We thank all the people who have supported the children, and we also invite other people who can to support the children and better their lives.